Okay, the video today is to look at how to fit a line to a scatter plot. I've already got the scatter plot created to work from here. And I've got a line kind of set up here that gives us the ability to move it around. This is simulating the ruler that you would have on your piece of paper if you were doing this. And there is a mathematical way, if you have all of this data, to get a best fit curve, but that's not what we're about this time. What we're looking for here is just a rough idea of how to capture the trend in this data. And so first thing we're going to try to do is sort of match the slope that we're seeing generally in the data, and then we will move the line around until it looks like what's happening with the line is roughly what's happening with the data. I should have approximately the same number of points below the line as I do above the line. This looks like it's probably pretty close, but it feels to me like it should be maybe a little bit more like that. And so this will get us fairly close. The next step in the process is to try to identify a couple of points that are on this line. So what I'm going to look for is not necessarily that my line passes through the marked points, but that my line passes through certain grid marks. This one appears to be pretty close to a grid mark, as well as being one of the points. And then I'm going to try to find something that's relatively far away from that does something similar. So as I scan up the other end of this, I like the looks of where my line goes through that point. Okay, so my points, judging from my grid here, this looks like these are going up by 0.2 at a time. This looks like the point, then 3.2, 9. And this one looks like the point over here at 6.6, 13.4. So I'm going to use those as my 2 points, and I'm going to use the point slope form of the linear equation. A reminder, that's y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. I need to first of all calculate the slope. I can get that slope from the points that I have here. I've got a change in y of 13.4 minus 9 over a change in x of 6.6 minus 3.2. So that's going to be, what's that, 4.4 divided by 3.4. And that is going to be approximately, sorry about that, 4.4 divided by 3.4, it's approximately 1.29. We'll use that as the slope, and I can grab either one of my points over here. My slope, again, 1.29. And my y-coordinate, I'll go ahead and use this this point down here. So the y-coordinate is 9, the x-coordinate is 3.2, and now I just have y minus 9 is 1.29x minus the 1.29 times 3.2, which is about 4.14. And then if I add 9 to both sides, then I'll get y is 1.29x and that is about 4.86 plus 4.86, and this then would be my trend line. And I think I should be able to, if I write that carefully, get that to show up on my graph. Let's try that out. Y equals 1.29x plus 4.86. See if the smartboard recognizes that. Yep, looks good. And so let's throw that on the graph with there and see how close to fit it looks like. I had trouble seeing it because it was right exactly underneath my line. So that is how we by hand fit a trend line to data.